So let's go ahead and take a look at how we can link a spreadsheet directly to Access so that we can take advantage of all of the queries and reports that we've created within our Access environment. This works great if you're using Excel on a regular basis and you just want to get some quick queries and quick reports, and you really don't want to learn Power BI right now, for example, in M365. This is a down and easy way to get the job done using Microsoft Access and tools that you're already familiar with. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to do two parts in this video. We're going to first show you how to create a link to a table and an Excel spreadsheet, how to link those together. And then the second part, stay tuned on how we manage that table within the Access environment. So stay tuned. So let's start by opening up an Access instance here, which we have open right now. And the first thing we're going to do is go to external data, and we're going to say we're going to say new data source from file and Excel. Now here we want to browse to where the data is. Now I happen to put two spreadsheets in here. They're very similar. So let me show you what those look like real quick. So here's spreadsheet 1, and notice the date here. It says test from spreadsheet 1, and it's 2000 is the date, and spreadsheet 2, test from spreadsheet 2, 2020. And this is just to show you how it works, right? So that we can validate along our way. So let's go ahead and just hit open, and we're going to select to link to the data source with the table. Now there's pros and cons to doing this, so you'll want to look those up, but we're just going to link it up here. Here's the column headers, which we've indicated, and there's the initial data. We're just going to hit next, and here we're going to name it. We're just going to name it spreadsheet test. We can give it any name. It doesn't necessarily have to be the name of the Excel spreadsheet. So for example, here you notice the spreadsheet's called SS1, but here the table's called SS test. So we're just going to hit OK. And now when we open that up, bada bing, we have the data. So that's great. That is literally as easy as it is to create a linked table. Now remember, using a linked table is for using the information, it's for using the information within the spreadsheet to create queries and reports within Access. It's not a two-way street. This is a one-way street, right? If you want to make modifications to the data, you need to make those modifications in Excel and then use the Access engine to do reporting and things like that. So let me show you here. For example, I have one created. I don't know if I messed. Oh, I didn't. Good. So this one is built on this linked spreadsheet right here called Master Tasks. And do you see, I could replace this data all day long, and this report would change with whatever that need, right? Whatever I'm doing, right? Whatever the current spreadsheet says. So this is good. So let's see, how do we change out that spreadsheet? So let's close the table. So the first thing to remember is you got to have the table closed here, or the spreadsheet will be locked. You won't be able to do it. So here's SS1, and we're just going to change it here to A, right? Just so it's different. And we're going to rename this to SS1. So this would simulate me having the same spreadsheet and just putting it over in this directory. Let's say I'm working on the spreadsheet all week, and then I just dump it over here into this directory once a week so I can run reports. That would be a great use case. Or perhaps you have a spreadsheet that you're using, and it's a dump from Planner. So you have all of your plans dumped to the Excel spreadsheet, and you want to run some reports inside of Access. You can do that easy as well. Now notice here that immediately, because we changed out that Excel spreadsheet, now we're seeing data from SS2, and notice the date is 2020. So we're going to do that one more time. Link Table Manager will allow us, by the way, to change the links. I usually don't do that. I just use the same, I just rename the spreadsheet. So in this case, I'm going to rename it back. I'm going to name it B. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to rename this guy back to SS1. And now automatically it's going to appear here. Notice now the date's in 2000, not 2020. And we get data from SS1. That's the way that I have found it to work easiest. Just have it consistent in the same place with the same name, and it will always appear. And all of your queries your reports, all of this data that you collect will all be accessible at your fingertips. This is a COVID-19, when COVID first started, a table that I was watching. So very, very simple, very, very easy to use.